All right, listen up, Bears fans, because this one might blow your mind. There's a new rumor swirling in the NFL ether, and it could completely reshape the Chicago Bears offense heading into the 2025 season. I'm not saying it's a done deal, but if the winds are blowing the way I think they are, and if Ryan Poles is cooking behind closed doors, then this might just be the trade that gives Ben Johnson the exact weapon he needs to unleash this offense in ways we've only dreamed of. And I'm not talking about some backup practice squad body or a washed-up vet looking for one last paycheck. No, I'm talking about a legit home run hitter, a dual-threat nightmare out of the backfield, a guy that could take a dump-off pass or inside zone and turn it into six. And that man is none other than Breece Hall, the 23-year-old stud running back from the New York Jets, the former Iowa State Cyclone, who's been causing fits for defenders since he first stepped onto an NFL field. Think about it for a second. The Bears, right now, are cooking with some serious offensive firepower. But if you really want to open up the playbook and bring that Ben Johnson magic to life, the same magic we saw when he revitalized the Lions, the same magic that made David Montgomery look like a Pro Bowler, then pairing Caleb Williams with a true dual-threat back like Breece Hall could be the final piece that turns this offense from promising to downright dangerous. I mean, remember how Johnson used Monty in Detroit? That dude was running through walls, catching passes, blocking, doing it all. And guess what? Hall has that same Iowa State DNA, that same chip on his shoulder, that same electric ability to make defenders miss in a phone booth. And here's the kicker. There's real chatter out there that the Bears aren't just exploring free agents anymore. They're seriously considering a trade for a running back, and Hall is the crown jewel of those whispers. Now, yeah, I know what some of y'all are thinking. Why would the Jets even consider moving off Breece Hall? Isn't he their RB1? Aren't they trying to win with Rodgers? And those are fair questions, but the NFL isn't a fairy tale, and contracts don't wait for happy endings. Hall is heading into the final year of his rookie deal. He's going to want to get paid, and the Jets have to start thinking about long-term financial flexibility, especially after going all in on Aaron Rodgers and spending big on defense. So while Hall might not be the most likely to get dealt, he is the most valuable name floating out there, and history tells us that when there's smoke, there's usually fire. Just look at the trades we've seen over the past couple of years. Christian McCaffrey, Dalvin Cook, DeAndre Swift. These deals can and do happen when the timing is right and the price is fair. And right now, the timing feels right. The Bears need a playmaker, the Jets need cap relief, and Hall's value, while still solid, is slightly tempered by his injury history and lack of a Pro Bowl nod. That's the sweet spot where a team like Chicago can swoop in and strike gold. Let's break down exactly what Breece Hall brings to the table, because trust me, this dude is more than just a name in a rumor mill. First of all, he's young, just 23 years old going on 24, and already entering his fourth NFL season with experience under his belt. He's 5'11", 217 pounds, which is that perfect blend of power and agility, and he was a second-round pick back in 2022 for a reason. Out of Iowa State, he tore up college football, and when he hit the pros, he wasted no time proving he belonged. Even after tearing his ACL during his rookie campaign, Hall bounced back and showed zero signs of slowing down. In fact, over 3 seasons in the league, Hall has logged 40 career games, racking up over 2,300 rushing yards at a 4.6 yards per carry clip with 14 rushing touchdowns. And let's not forget, that's with one season being shortened by injury. In 2023, he played all 17 games and racked up 994 rushing yards on 223 carries. That's 4.5 yards per pop, along with 5 touchdowns and nearly 59 yards per game. Just 6 yards shy of a 1,000-yard season. 6. That's 1 run, 1 breakaway, 1 well-blocked play. And in 2024, he followed that up with 209 attempts for 876 yards, 4 touchdowns, and a 4.2 yards per carry average, despite playing in 1 fewer game. So consistency, check. Durability after injury, check. Explosiveness? Oh yeah, check this out. In 2023, he forced 46 missed tackles and had 20 runs of 10-plus yards. The man is elusive. Then there's the receiving upside, and this is where things get really interesting. Hall isn't just a ground-and-pound guy. In 2023, he caught 95 balls for 591 yards and 4 touchdowns. That's an average of nearly 35 receiving yards per game, putting him at almost 100 total yards of offense every Sunday. That's not a role player. That's a focal point of your attack. And sure, in 2024, his receiving numbers dipped a bit, 76 catches, fewer yards. But you can chalk that up to changes in scheme and quarterback play. The talent is still there. The potential to be the Bears' own version of Alvin Kamara or Austin Eckler. That's all sitting there, waiting to be unlocked by Ben Johnson. And here's where it gets even better. The money. The Bears can afford him. Hall is still on his rookie deal, with 1 year remaining and a cap hit of just $434 million. Of that, only $3.4 million is base salary. No roster bonus, no escalators, no funny business. It's clean, it's cheap, and it fits perfectly into the Bears' current cap structure, which sits at $6.75 million for 2025. And looking ahead, the Bears are projected to have over $21 million next year. So yeah, not only can we afford Hall this year, but if he balls out, we've got the space to extend him and lock him in for the future. And I'd do it, because at just 24 years old, with that dual threat versatility and proven production, Breece Hall is exactly the type of back you want to bet on. Now let's talk trades, because this is where we separate fantasy from reality. The Jets know Hall is valuable, but they also know he's on an expiring deal, and no team is giving up a first or second round pick for a back with a previous ACL injury and no Pro Bowl nods. That's just the cold truth. So here's what's been floated, and I want you guys to really picture this. Trade number 1. The Bears send a 2025 fourth and fifth round pick straight up for Hall. That's it. 2 mid-round picks for a potential game changer, and the Jets get compensation instead of watching him walk in free agency. Honestly, that's a win-win on paper. Trade number 2. The Bears give up just a 2025 fourth rounder. Think about that. 1 pick, similar to the Greg Olsen deal back in the day, and suddenly you've got a new starting backfield. Trade number 3, and this is my personal favorite, is sending just a 2025 fifth. Yup, a fifth rounder. Now you're probably thinking, why would the Jets accept that? But remember, Hall has an injury history, he's on an expiring contract, and the Bears would be taking on all the cap responsibility. That matters. And even if you want to sweeten the deal, there's the no calculator trade. Send Bryce Huffer, Dominique Robinson, and Zach Pickens, all 3. Let the Jets dump salary, save over $7 million, and maybe even get some rotational players in return. It's creative, it's strategic, and it gives the Bears a low-cost shot at a major upgrade. Plus, let's be honest, running backs don't have the same trade value they used to. Khalil Herbert, a solid back with no major injuries, was traded for a 6th or 7th rounder. Hall, while more dynamic, still falls into that modern RB market. And let's not forget the long-term vision here. You pair Hall with DeAndre Swift, give Caleb Williams 2 safety valves out of the backfield, and let Ben Johnson dial up the same creative, play-action-heavy schemes that made Detroit's offense one of the most dangerous in the league. So what's next? That's what I want to ask you, the die-hard Bears fans, the ones who bleed navy and orange. Do you pull the trigger? Do you send a mid-round pick or 2 to take a calculated swing at a running back who could completely elevate this offense? If it were me, I'd do it yesterday. I'd make the call, finalize the deal, get Hall in the building, and immediately start integrating him into the playbook. You don't get many windows like this. A young quarterback on a rookie deal, an innovative offensive coordinator, a defense that's getting better every week, and a front office that's not afraid to be aggressive. The pieces are in place. All we need is that final spark, and maybe, just maybe, Breece Hall is that spark. So drop your thoughts in the comments. Type 1 if you're down with the 2-pick deal, 2 if you'd rather just give up a 4th, or 3 if you're rolling with the 5th round special. And if you've got your own trade ideas, maybe a player-for-player swap, maybe something wild, hit me with it. Let's build this team together, brick by brick. And while you're at it, don't forget to hit that like button if you love the Chicago Bears, and smash that subscribe if you're ready to ride with this squad all season long. Oh, and by the way, you do all that and drop a Y for yes or N for no on the trade, and you'll be automatically entered to win a Luther Burden jersey. Winner announced this Sunday, so don't miss it. But until then, let's stay locked in, stay hyped, and stay hungry. Big moves could be on the horizon, and you heard it here first. Breece Hall to the Bears? It's not just a rumor